So I'm here with my buddy Matt, his daughter Piper, and we're here to check out his Mini Cooper. Tell me what you got.
It's a 05 Mini Cooper S. It's got a 1.1 liter supercharger on it, a 17 reduction pulley.
That's amazing.
API crank pulley, big valve head, and John Cooper Works full cold air intake.
That's amazing.
And Miltech Sport exhaust.
What are you pushing to the wheels?
Currently it's 370 something and 321 torque.
But out of a 4-cylinder, that's insane.
Yeah, she's fun. She's very fun.
You were telling me it actually had a little bit more power before, right?
Yeah, on our race tune we put down 583 and 544, but we broke a lot of pieces and ended up, she's been in the shop since December and just got her back last week, so we're staying on the low tune right now.
Very cool. Let's see how she drives.
Awesome, let's do it.
That is awesome. I love the controls being down here. That's so cool.
Sometimes it's a pain in the butt. Like if you're currently going down the road and it starts pouring down the rain and you're in the middle of shifting and you're trying to hit this button with one hand, yeah, it's a pain in the butt sometimes.
Yeah, I got you.
But the traction button's real cool because it's single click for off and then you hold it and it's off, but it used to have another light on the nav that doesn't work. It's practically a full off because just one click is just like semi off. It still has limited slip at that point.
I got you. The reverse being to the left and front, so cool.
Well, she's a 6-speed.
Oh yeah. Very cool. I mean, other than a little bit of the exhaust, I mean, it feels pretty stock so far.
I mean, yeah, she's done right. Like, the suspension is dialed in just right, and that was not done by me. That was done by the previous owner. It is all Bilstein fully adjustable coilovers, yeah. And I have not touched them since I bought the car, and I love the way it feels. It rides just perfectly.
It does. I had Bilstein suspension, the B18, I forget, whatever it was, but I had they weren't coilovers, but just a replacement suspension for my 3 Series on dyno and lowering springs, and they were awesome. It rode exceptionally well. Yeah,
this is the first time I've had Bilstein on anything. I used IBAC and TN on all my previous vehicles, and I am actually liking the way Bilstein rides. Like, I haven't had to do anything, and she rides like a go-kart.
Yeah. The wheelbase is really tiny on these, isn't it?
Oh, it is a go-kart. It is legitimately a high-power go-kart.
Well, let's see it.
It takes down my brother's APR Stage 1 2019 4-door S5 with ease.
I can't wait. Let's do it. Yeah. My 3 Series, when it was built, when I did the tune, it was all torque, no horsepower. I mean, comparatively speaking, it just felt like a wall of torque.
Yeah.
This feels pretty balanced.
Yeah, I tried to do her as best as I could. But, you know, it's all trial and error, and having bought it already partially built, I've ran into a lot of problems, and that's why when I went to big power tune, things broke. And again, that's why we're not back up on that tune quite yet. I want to make sure everything's copacetic before we get to making big numbers again.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not trying to put another 8 grand in it like I just did 2 weeks ago.
Hell yeah. You running a stock cat?
Actually, it's no cat.
Oh, okay.
It's got the fake O2 sensor.
Oh yeah, yeah. Very cool.
The best part about it is the people that did my big valve head were actually able to find a valve cover that completely mimics stock. It says Mini on it. It looks like a stock valve cover. It's 100. You cannot tell that underneath of it, it is fully big valve head.
That's awesome.
And I love it. Everybody that sees it's like, that looks like a stock head cover, and I'm like, it technically is, but you know, it technically isn't.
Oh. Yeah, that's fantastic. What's the red line?
We can go all the way to 73.
That's fantastic.
Second gear can be pushed all the way to 72 miles an hour.
That's fantastic. Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We'll try that right up here.
Let's do it.
We'll start off here in a second. We'll go around these little twisties, and as soon as we get to this straight up here.
Surprised by how smooth it is.
Everybody says that. Everybody says that. I was. This is my first, like I said, I'm a Volkswagen and Audi guy, fully through and through. And right before this, I had a four-door GSR Integra, and it was the first car I've ever owned that was not Volkswagen or Audi.
Yeah. And
then this fell in my lap over Facebook because my buddy was trying to get rid of it cheap, and I'm in love with it. I will not get rid of this until it's done. This is not something that I expected to love this much, and it surprised the hell out of me.
Definitely. Wow. I guess on this straightaway we could probably hit it, yeah.
We're gonna dump it right here on this straight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know these roads real well.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna go from 30 to the top of second gear.
The supercharger sound is good. Sometimes the whine can be kind of mechanical and kind of almost grainy. That sounds fantastic.
That's the stock, the 0.4 liter stock one was very grainy and weird sounding.
Yeah.
It did not whine well at all. And the second that I got it back the first time with this 1.1 liter on it, I was completely intoxicated by the sound. Like, I absolutely enjoy this sound.
It's actually a really good sounding just four-cylinder, which is, again, very hard to find.
Well, yeah, the R53 coupe, the first gen, is apparently very hard to find, and I didn't find that out until I sent it to the shop to get the head, because the guy was like, dude, typically first gens I see the R56, which is the one with the facelift, and they've got the British Union Jack taillights.
I love those.
Yeah, I want a set, but they're very hard to find for this body. And he was like, I don't see tuned freaking R53s because they only made them 02 to 05. The 06, 07 ones are the R56 supercharged coupe right before they switched to turbo. And yeah, he was very amazed that I had one in this great of condition and this well planned out.
I think it's the third Mini we've seen on this drive already.
I see them, now that I own one, I see them everywhere. And actually, just the other week, I met a kid, Justin, that's from Lanham, that has a 420 horsepower 2014 Works Cooper S, two-door, turbo, 2-liter. And me and him did a little run on Richie, and he was very surprised because those ones are a lot heavier than this. This is 2700 with me in it.
That's amazing.
And I think those ones are like 30, not 36, 34, somewhere around there. And when I took off on him and started to pull away from him, we got to the next light, and he immediately was like, I did not expect that from a first gen. Like, what are you putting down? And I'm like, dude, probably less than you. And he's like, I mean, I'm putting out like 440, and I'm like, I'm at like 370 right now, man. It's like, but you're like almost a full grand lighter than I am. That's where I get you. My power to weight ratio is insane.
I love it. Yeah, once we get into this, going straight through here, that'll really pick up. Yeah. But it's stock rotating assembly and everything in the actual end, the block?
For now, yeah.
That's fantastic. Surprised the rods can handle that much power. It's impressive.
Actually, I have done my research, and they can actually, with the BMW parts, the pistons and rods and everything, they can handle around 450 safely.
Fantastic.
Now, they have been replaced. They are still the stock, the OEM ones, but they aren't the original ones, because we do have 186 on the car.
I gotcha. Was the stock redline 7300, or did you raise that?
No. Well, that I am unsure of. It was that when I got the car.
I gotcha.
So I don't know, being as I bought it partially built already, I don't know if the kid before me had raised it at all, but since I have had it, that is the only red line. I have not messed with it.
Very cool. Let's see a nice pull. Yeah. Oh yeah, it moves. That's fantastic. Shockingly smooth. I can't believe it. The power delivery is so linear.
Yeah, I completely enjoy it thoroughly.
Yeah, man.
And I did not expect a supercharged car to pop and gurgle as much as this small little sucker does. Like, especially with the linear delivery of power and the fact that it's not losing anything when I let off or anything like that, like a turboed car does. I was expecting, you know, it to be semi-quiet when you let off, just a little growl or something, but we get a lot of pops and gurgles, and I have been told, I have not seen it myself, so I cannot confirm it, but I have been told if I absolute red line, I do spit a little bit of flamage on shift. So I'd love to see if it's true story or not, but can't confirm it from my own eyes, but I have been told it.
Well, I think we can make something happen with the GoPro. We'll see if we can make that happen.
We can see what we can do.
Guess we'll make a left up here?
Yeah, we can make a left up here and head to 3 and come back around.
Perfect. Let's do it.
We can drop her off and go get the S2000.
Let's do it.
No!
Want to be a little careful right here, the school zone.
That's true. Wow.
I do love this car. I love the fact that I've never had anybody be interested in even putting it in a video, so I'm ecstatic right now.
No, I mean, everyone watching, I met Matt at the post office. We're just chatting about cars, waiting because they said they were going to be back in 10 minutes, but it was like, what, probably 20 or 30?
20 or 30, yeah.
And I heard about his car, and I was like, yeah, man, that's exactly what I want to put on my channel.
And I was all for it. I'm glad we met.
Yeah, brother, definitely.
This is fun. Nice Golf R rolling by.
Yeah.
Those things are fast.
Buddy of mine, he has a tuned, well, actually, he and his two roommates have tuned GTIs, but I haven't driven a Golf R.
I have driven a friend of mine. I used to work at Induction Motorsports in, it was in Hanover at that point in time. They're now off West Nursery Road, like kind of Linthicum area now. But they are Audi Volkswagen tuning specialists. That's where my Jetta was built. And I drove one that had the HPE 900 turbo upgrade on it. The ones you see on YouTube destroying Lambos and things. And I can tell you for a fact that even though it's a dual clutch automatic transmission, that thing is a monster.
You still have the Jetta?
No, my Jetta's gone. I wrecked it on General's Highway right in front of theirs. I T-boned an old lady that came out of there at 10 a.m. after having 13 bottles of wine.
Oh, she was?
Yep.
Yeah, jeez.
She came out, she was in a 01 Camry, and she pulled out on me. I was coming towards 97 from my house, and I had gotten stopped at the light, luckily, because typically I'm balling down that road.
Yeah.
And I had just hit second gear, so I was doing like 40, 45 miles an hour, and I hit her driver's side back door, and the back door was in the middle of the back seat.
Oh my God.
My fuel rail was in the middle of the road, and that car was methanol injected, and the cop's like, stay in the car, you got a broken arm. I'm like, no, pull me out of the car, that's my fuel rail, and we're methanol injected. This thing's a nuke at this point.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a crater in the middle of the road if you don't get me out of this car and get it situated.
Yeah.
Like, pull me out. I don't care about my leg. Break it more.
Broke your arm and your leg?
Yeah.
Oh my
arm
God.
and leg, and my girlfriend at the time had a shattered sternum because of the airbag.
Yeah, I've been hit by a drunk driver. It's no picnic. Oof, that concussion lasted forever.
Annapolis traffic.
I would love the CTS V-Wagon. That's not a V,
A
but
friend of mine had one that ended up getting wrecked by a drunk driver. That was completely amazing. It was putting down like 780 something. The thing was a freaking powerhouse grocery getter, and it was so sleeper. Like, you could not tell. He had the V badges taken off. You could not tell whatsoever.
Yeah. That's cool. We live so close to each other too, man.
Yeah, I know. It was very awesome to meet you and find out that, you know, there's other very well car fanatics around that just are into just doing random stuff like this.
Yeah, man.
The next day after you meet, like, hey, let's go do a video. Like, let's do it.
Yeah, man. We'll get you a channel too.
I would like that. I've never really thought about it, but you know, I love taking videos of the car. Granted, they're all on my phone and crappy, but I enjoy doing things. I love going for cruises. Like I said, I go to the Annapolis parking garage, go to the top level and take nighttime pictures with the LEDs and fogs on.
That's awesome. But yeah, everything feels super tight, man. I mean, even just any car with this mileage, it feels really good.
Well, that's because everything, it's been ground up, like replaced.
Soft touch dash.
Other than the interior parts, like we're still missing this. The door popper is missing on this side, but that's because I had to replace the cable for the door handle for inspection. I was Dukes of Hazzarding it when I first got the car because it would not open from the inside.
Oh, when my interior door handle broke on my first car, I would just roll the window. That's the only way I could get out.
Yeah, I'd either roll it down and reach out, or I'd roll it down and climb out, because like Volkswagens, I can stick the key in the door and roll the windows up and down with the key.
Oh.
So I'd either just climb out like Bo Duke style, or just stick the arm out and grab the handle.
Yeah, man. Thinking about buying an RSX Type S for a daily and selling the Subaru.
Those are fun. Right before this, I had a 4-door GSR, 97 4-door GSR Integra.
VTEC.
Yeah. And that's what made me think, you know, maybe you don't have to stick to just Audis and Volkswagens. Maybe you can, you know, branch out a little bit. Because, I mean, just because those were the only cars I've owned and driven, they weren't the only ones I love and respect. I just never gave myself the chance to drive anything else personally. Like, I just, you know, live vicariously through other people's car experiences in different makes. But now that I have driven a Honda and now this, I mean, I'm ready for more. Like,
what do you think would be next? Maybe something muscle, or?
I actually was thinking about an 04 GT500 Mustang.
Oh yeah.
Because my buddy that lives right there where we came out onto Sunrise Beach off of Old Herald Harbor, Nick Carlson, he has one that has a very gigantic Whipple Charger on it, and he puts down 1,000 horsepower in that thing. It's white with blue stripes, and he's also got a hand-built kit car that is powered by a 6-liter GTO twin turbo motor that puts down some big power. I don't know the numbers on that one.
I gotta meet him.
Yeah,
he's that close with cool cars.
He owns the company Mulchmate. He's a lawn expert.
No kidding.
Yeah, I went to high school with him. He's a very cool dude.
What's the top speed on this?
That is unknown.
Yeah.
Speedo goes to 150, but we can click that at the top of 4th gear.
Yeah. It's geared tall, man. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it surprised the hell out of me too.
Very cool.
Yeah, my neighbors don't like it when I leave in the mornings.
Yeah.
She's kind of rough on the cold start. She gets a little loud, growling.
Are you on E85 or 93?
I'm on 93 currently.
Yeah.
I want to do an E85 tune. I haven't quite yet.
Yeah.
We jumped right from 93 to 110.
Yeah. Straight race, guys. It's
Straight
awesome.
cam 2. Let's go with it. Let's just send it and see what we can do. And well, we did some big numbers and some nice passes, but we messed up on gauging what we were going to break, because $8,000 later we just got her back.
Yeah.
There's about 14 put into this car so far since I've gotten it. An unknown amount before that.
I'm just shocked by how just stable everything feels. Doesn't feel like top heavy at all. It just feels, I haven't really been in a Mini Cooper in a long time, but I'm just surprised how planted go-kart like it feels.
Oh yeah, well we also, this does not have the S wheels on it. This has the regular Cooper dish 15 inches on it, which came with 195, 60, 15 tires on it. We put 215, 45 15s on here for more stability and traction and a better planting, better patch of rubber hitting the ground, because 195 is a little too skinny for some of the power we put out.
Oh yeah. Small world. All right, so Matt said I can drive it on the way home. Let's see how it drives. Cool. That's so smooth.
Oh yeah, I mean, everything's been replaced, but the trans is all OEM. It's all OEM parts. Nothing has been upgraded in the trans, to my knowledge. Gears, I don't know about, but from what I've put in it, I put an OEM clutch back in it.
Yeah. OEM clutch?
Yep. OEM clutch.
That's amazing. But yeah, if you're going back, I mean, I'm just surprised all the OEM stuff can handle that much power. I would never think to build a Mini.
Never thought it either, and then I started getting into it and doing my research, and every forum I was on and every company that I contacted that were only Mini Cooper tuners, like Detroit Tuned, it's on my back window.
Yeah.
They are the company that makes the Supercharger. We'll get a picture of that when we get back out, but on the rear quarter windows are Detroit Tuned stickers. And yeah, when I contacted them, oh yeah, she sticks to the road. And you have traction on it. I'm surprised she wasn't screaming at me. Oh yeah, because it beeps when it's slipping and traction is on. It beeps at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes ding 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 ding. It takes a lot to get it to do that, but the other day in the rain, I had traction control on, and I kind of lit it up a little bit in first gear, and I was actually making a video on my phone for my fiance, and she was like, "What the hell is that noise?" That's just the car screaming at me that we don't have traction. We're good. It's fine.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. That is a really nice gear shift too. I like the knob too. That's fantastic.
Oh, that one, that's actually, we broke the stock JCW one at the track. It actually separated. It had a clip on the inside of the bottom of the knob, and it actually separated the clip. I was shifting so hard.
Yeah.
And so we got this one online from pepboys.com, but it's just a Redline Motorsports, a little off-brand crap one, but I love it. Like, it fits the car, it fits the style of the car. It's red and black, so it goes with the whole Deadpool Wade Wilson theme. And yeah,
very cool, man.
yeah, that's what we named the car. This is Wade.
Well, yeah, man, Wade Wilson.
It's a thing with me and my fiance, due to the fact that she has to be out of state right now because her mother is sick in Tennessee. So we both have sick moms, and so we both love Deadpool. And when I got the car, she was like, "Why don't you name it Wade for us? Like, it'd be our thing." And I'm like, "Fine, cool." So it's got the giant Deadpool sticker on the back there, and then we have this nice one that needs to be bent a little bit, that's going to go on the front.
That's awesome.
So it's just our little relationship thing.
I'm shocked the clutch starts to engage so low. In the S2000 it's so much later, but it's smooth. It's not jerky at all.
Yep. It surprised the hell out of me the first time I drove it, and I fell in love with it. I love the way the trans is. I love the way it plants itself to the road. It hunkers down more when you get into it. The only thing I don't like is big potholes like that when you feel like the whole car sinks in it.
Yeah.
I hit one in DC the other day, and I thought I was going to go like this into it.
Love that shifter action. So what was it you said you're going to show me on the outside of the stickers, or?
Yeah, the Detroit tuned stickers, so that everybody can see where the supercharger come from.
Very cool.
Where that nice wine we got comes from.
Oh, the window, is it right?
I can do it from outside. The trunk's a little messy.
Goku, Vegeta.
Yep, we got Goku and Vegeta, a Deadpool sticker, and then this is where the supercharger comes from. Detroit tuned. They're minis only. They do all years of minis, and they're awesome people. They're great customer service, so a shout out to them. So, but that's the Cooper.
Love it, man, love it.
Awesome.